We're creeping through the castle. I hope we don't get spotted. This week on The Hapless Heroes.
We're trying not to leave a trace.
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start this evening the same way we start every evening, by introducing our cast. Starting from my right with Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I have a plan.
To his right we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Trying to be sneaky is difficult.
To his right we have Phil as Hedrick the Entertainer.
All right.
To his right, we have Zach as Pregnart.
I'm very sneaky. This is my sneaky voice.
To his right, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
At my service.
To his right, we have James as Hoblet, the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
We return in the middle of a stealth espionage mission. Metal Gear Solid, this really is not. It's a lot less metal, a lot more stone, and I don't know. I don't really care to take that pun metaphor thing any further. So you guys are hiding. Berronar True Silver has departed off into some direction. You're not really sure which. But she's definitely left a bit of a little bit of destruction in her wake.
Which is a way to, this should be sort of our baseline as far as this is what it would be like if we do cross paths with this grieving goddess. So I say we proceed with extreme caution.
Yeah, she pulverized a table that Hoblet was going to hide under, right?
Right. And myself, Jarrell, and Hoblet have been blessed with Quinn's Cat's Grace magic, so hopefully all of us can be as sneaky as possible.
And neither Hoblet nor myself are wearing our armor.
Shall we try to go back in and hopefully pick the right direction?
Let's shall.
Okay.
Felix is... all y'all who can see in the dark, you just lead the way, but don't forget about me.
Did you just say see in the dork?
There could be a couple of dorks in here.
That was what you took out of that.
There's probably more than one dork in here, okay?
I guess so. I'm seeing a few dorks.
Felix is going to go with a super secret, super special dark vision, walk up to the door that was also previously impaled by one of the table legs, I think it was, from the room, because Berronar True Silver just literally hucked it through the door, and try to crack it back open, and but be very careful just in case that table leg is wide enough to hit the door jamb sort of as it's opening, and I'm just going to do it very slowly, just wide enough so that we can all fit through.
Yeah. That plays out exactly like you think it would then.
Okay, good.
And what does this room layout look like again?
There's two doors on the far end, a destroyed table in the middle, and some candles, one of which I drained the oil out of, thinking that it would be useful to prevent squeaking indoors later.
And a very detectable alteration of our surroundings.
I have an idea.
Yes.
When we walk into this room, I'd like to flip down my magic detection goggles. Now, this is a stretch. But being that Berronar True Silver herself is a goddess, right? Someone who is literally just a magical like celestial being. Is there any trace on the floor or on the doors, any sort of residue of magic to maybe indicate which direction she went?
If we're quick about it, I can just use divine sense.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's probably more. Yeah, but it's not going to tell you exactly which direction, right?
It's 60
like,
feet,
there's
so
a-
it'll let me know which. If we go
Unless
in there
there's shit
quickly,
in the way. Unless there's shit in the way.
it's behind total cover, right? You're correct in that.
Yes, and all of those doors down each of the 3 hallways out of here are closed.
Well, I can. So here's what it says. As an action, I can sense a celestial within 60 feet until the end of my turn. I sense the type and location if it is not behind total cover. So is it all or nothing? If it's behind total cover, I don't sense it.
I would read from that you sense that there is something, but that you are not entitled to know the type or the location if there is any cover, just that something is.
And that
within
probably
the
wouldn't
radius.
even really help up here because there's a lot of stuff up here.
That is potentially the case. I can't tell you for sure or for not for that, but if you are in the middle of a room with 3 doors all equally distant, once she leaves that radius, you won't know which way.
True.
So with my original inquiry then about the goggles, is that too much of a stretch for like what essentially detect magic is going to allow me to do? It
Yeah,
probably
detect
is.
magic isn't going to do that, because like detect other things wouldn't necessarily trace where they were, just where they
I
currently are.
figured. I just thought I'd try.
Yeah, no, you can't get what you don't ask for, so.
But that being said, since I'm already surveying the room with these goggles, is there anything magical about any of the doors or my surroundings at all? Is there any magic that I'm detecting just in our immediate surroundings?
Everything is sort of a low-level base magical. Like, you can see the weave going through it, but nothing particularly stands out.
Okay.
There's maybe a little more behind the torches than you think there might be.
Okay.
Other than that, no, nothing here.
One more line of investigation here, and this might be literally just be an investigation. But I'd like to see if, because of the fact that she also just trashed this room, there might, debris, dust, all that stuff is probably all over the place now. Like, since everything's been disturbed in here. Can I see maybe if with an investigation check if I can find any sort of like footprints or any trace of maybe a direction that she would have walked?
That's worth an investigation check, sure.
Sweet. Oh yeah, 18.
Oh, an 18, yeah. So you can kind of tell through the trail of, light dust that it looks like possibly she left out of the north door.
Okay. So we're not going to go that direction. I say we came in from the south, I think you were saying, right?
You came in from the south, yes.
I'd like to go east.
Okay, east. And just as a note, the actual exit to the wall itself would be to the west. Just, for your own orientation.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're going north, like, the battle coming is to the west outside that wall. To the east goes deeper in. But, you don't know one way from the other what'll get you where, so.
No, it's true. I guess you're right. Thanks for the orientation at least. But, depending on how these chambers go, right, there could be a lot of different paths and whatnot. I feel like it might, I don't know, is it too obvious for us to go to the west with that sort of knowledge? I'll leave it up to the group. Which way, team? Left or right, essentially?
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's, should you roll for something to I feel like Felix would conceivably have a pretty good internal compass, sense of direction. He's not been blindfolded this whole time when we're entering this space.
Yeah, no, but I've never been here before, so I couldn't tell you which way
Right.
was the actual right way to go or traverse this like section of this fortress.
Right.
So, I mean,
Is there no distinguishing factor between doors? One of the doors isn't larger than the other. There's no ornate detail on one and plain handle on the other. Could I make an investigation of the western door?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, yeah. 17 plus 5, 23. Or
Okay.
22.
The door itself is more or less identical to the others. It has brass hardware. The door itself appears to be some sort of stained light wood.
Would I discern this is still like just a residential dwelling? And it appears to be a residential door?
At least for this room, yes.
Okay. Hedrick's gonna whisper over. I don't want to turn any lights on in here, but it just seems to me this is a regular door over here. If there's anything unique on that side, maybe we should just follow your instincts.
well, my initial instinct was to go the opposite direction of technically where we're supposed to be going. Okay, let's go east.
I like
Okay.
east.
To the east, you
East
have
is an anagram of eats, so I like it.
Well, technically, west is an anagram of stew. Does that fix anything?
That makes the decision harder, but
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, west is the best, and I'd rather like stew.
my head is
No.
spinning.
okay. Off to the west, you enter another hallway, fairly identical.
So we're going east.
No, we said
Right,
east.
yes, you
East,
did say
east.
east because I need to say what I mean and what I'm actually doing on my map, and not what just leaks out of my mouth sometimes. You are going to the east. I am drawing to the east over here, and the hallway, as you open the door, continues on for another 25 feet, and there is another door.
Who's
there
who's
a-
leading
is there-
us?
Is there a keyhole?
Oh.
That's something you would have to investigate the door to find out about.
Pregnart investigates the door. That is 9.
9. Well, I mean, this is pretty binary, and I don't feel like you fail that hard at an average roll. So, I mean, there is a keyhole.
Pregnart looks through it.
Pregnart can look through it and see a whole bunch of light, and that's really about it.
Love to see it.
Literally?
Yes, I do literally love to see light. All right. Pregnart whispers this this finding to his comrades.
I'd say we try to go in then.
All right.
Should we maybe have our paladin leading the charge, so to speak?
Our
Our
loud ass
naked
paladin.
paladin.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm not
Y'all made
loud
the-
or naked. I'm wearing my
He's
best.
wearing appropriate clothes. Yeah,
Right.
he's
I am
wearing
not.
appropriate
In
clothes.
case I didn't make that clear.
We remember
Nah.
you're just wearing a codpiece. We
Yeah,
all know.
yeah,
just
Thank
a
you for
codpiece.
reminding
Oh
us.
yes, it has been noted.
And for a dwarf, it's a very impressive sized codpiece.
I'm sure. Above average.
Slightly. But
Okay. The room you enter is significantly longer than it is wide. It's maybe about 15 feet wide. But, let's see, about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about 60 feet long.
Okay.
There appears to be some sort of balcony on both the north and south walls, but you can't access them from here.
Interesting.
How do we see them?
You do see them if you look up. They are about 20 feet up on either side.
Okay, so they're above us. Got it. Okay.
They are above. You can see what looks like a railing of some kind. At the far end of this room, there is another door. Lining the walls are more of those sorts of like little low kind of, tables that are along the wall, a few mirrors, some sconces every now and again.
How high are the balconies?
They're about 20... Did I say 20 feet up?
Yeah.
Sounds right, yeah. So maybe plus about 3 feet of railing.
Okay.
Balconies on both sides. What do you suppose this space is? I mean, it looks like an ambush.
Okay, let's not start thinking about ambushes yet. We still are technically in friendly territory. Just, we have
Yeah,
a...
but what kind of a room is this? I mean, it looks like an entryway or some sort of, promenade where people be walking down here and then you got people up there watching. I mean,
Who knows, man? We could debate what this room could be used for when there's not a dangerous grieving goddess roaming the halls.
Hoblet, is this a dwarven thing?
I come from the mountains. This is not my style. I'm not sure why a dwarf would put a room so high. Seems like a lot of work.
Well, again,
That's
right?
Fair.
Dwarven gods much larger than
That's true too.
dwarves.
Dwarven god, dwarven brain.
Fair. You said there's one door at the end of this room, though?
Yes, there's a door at the end, and that's all you can see from here. It's tough to tell whether there are doors up on the balcony just because the angles you're looking up. They would be obscured by the railings.
I'll send Slim up and take a look.
Oh, yeah. Slim flying up would see that there appear to be French doors, maybe about 10 feet wide, up on both the north and the south, about in the center of these balconies. The balconies themselves are maybe only about 5 feet deep and run the entire length of the room.
I think that maybe if we were higher up, it might be less easy to spot us when we're not at ground level where, Goddess True Silver seems to be roaming at the moment.
Yep.
Well, I
One
can reverse
other
gravity
thing-
and we can go up there.
One other thing you notice is that there are racks of primed and ready to fire crossbows up here.
Oh, that's not good.
About
Okay.
10 of them up here, and it looks like maybe another 10 on some racks on the other side.
But they're just racked. They're not like...
Yeah, they are racked. They have bolts. They have strings on them, but not tightened.
Okay.
Like they are essentially ready for guards to load up and start firing, presumably down into this kill box.
Oh.
Can Slim see how we get up there?
I can do it. I can
I was going to say...
reverse gravity.
Wait, no. Pregnart, not necessary. We have ropes and grappling hooks.
But
Oh, yeah.
also I can...
I'm pretty sure you can jump your ass up there, so.
yeah, maybe, but it's not as much fun.
I just
Maybe
would hate... I would hate to use this spell just to climb up to, like, a balcony. I feel like that is, like, you are blowing such a huge spell on such a
Yeah.
mundane movement.
Pregnart, if that lady catches us, you have my full permission to anti-gravity her ass just so we can get our way out of here, okay?
All right.
All right, fair enough.
So, who among us has rope and grappling hooks?
I brought the climber's kit from the boat. Or
That's
the airship.
perfect. Well, I guess, Hedrick, why don't you just sling a grappling hook up there and we can try to climb up.
Just watch me.
Let's go north, like the north balcony.
Okay.
How did I never refill my rope?
That's
Damn
on
it,
you, bud.
I'm so bad at that. Yeah, we had all the opportunity to do it.
Well, no, we did not, because we used it in Legradex, and it's not like we had anywhere to resupply since then.
Oh, right. I forgot that's where I used it last.
Oh, Jarrell, you've had a lot on your plate. That's why you have me. I'll carry your rope. It's no big deal. So I will sling up. I have a grappling hook, climber's kit. So I know I can 20 feet. The issue is going to be an iron grappling hook on an ornate railing.
Let me throw it. I have special grace from Quinn.
But Hedrick just has like actual grace that he
I'm
actually
acrobatic.
has. He has like raw natural
Like
talent.
natural. Yeah, exactly.
The magic
Wait,
that
hold
is
on.
coursing.
This
the
is an
magic.
athletics check, I would say. I am pretty good at those.
So-
Oh
It's-
my god!
I'm not even going to use the grappling hook. I have Tumbling Fool, which grants me a climbing speed equal to my current speed. And I am excellent at tumbling and flipping. So if I can do sort of one acrobatics check to run up the wall and flip onto the balcony, I'm just going to hold the rope out and drop it down to you.
He's gonna
guys.
fucking style on us, this guy.
Right. Mario
It's
double
quiet.
jump.
It's quiet. You know, I might make a lot of noise all the time, but I know how to be quiet. I can do this.
I'm also like very well, I have an acrobatics proficiency. Can I like act as sort of like a step stool? Like
You
can
can-
I
that-
crouch
that's-
down? He can
that's
launch
the
off
help
my back
action.
for an assist.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
help
Yoshi
action.
jump. I'm gonna Yoshi jump off of.
Right.
I
I was gonna say you'd essentially be giving Hedrick advantage on this check as long as Dave says it's cool.
You know, why the hell not? I like when you guys work as a team.
Okay. 29. Does that do it?
Yeah, that probably does it.
You fall down and you hurt yourself.
And you die.
We needed at least a 30.
So
Yeah, that does.
Hedrick's gonna give Pregnard a little wink, and then he's gonna tie his rope off and lower the rope.
And the rest of
Sorry,
us
was-
will climb it like normal people.
Yes.
I mean, Pregnard definitely does not climb it like a normal person, but
Yeah.
climb
Relatively speaking.
Like a perfectly inconspicuous frog person. Why do you ask?
When the last of us are up, I'm just gonna poke Hedrick, make sure he, grabs his rope and like unties it, right? Like let's
Mhm.
not leave a trace that we went up here.
Yep.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
My only concern is your intuition led you to believe that she went to the north, and now we're on the north side. Who's to say she doesn't just climb up some stairs and find herself in the room beyond these French doors we were looking at?
I mean, true, but this is also the direction we need to go. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, okay, you said there's French doors. Are they like, is there like glass in
Yes.
them, or are they like
there
solid?
is glass, and instead of being all elegant and such, it's actually quite angular and dwarven, but still done in glass and wood. Like all of the it's all nice sharp squarish edges, some kind of chamfer looking things in the corners, even some runish looking shapes and motifs. No specific runes to speak of on this to read, but yeah, they look like dwarven French glass doors. It's
Now,
weird.
our goal again is to go open a gate for the Valen's army to move
reinforcements
through.
essentially,
Yeah.
yeah,
Get- Past this set of quarters that this goddess is in, and reinforce a garrison, and
yeah, because this is a massive fortress, right? So like there needs to be a shortcut essentially from where the troops currently are to the defensible position at
Mhm.
the other end of where like an attack is coming. based on Valen's map that she had like on the table. So
Dave.
there's like some sort of Oh, go ahead.
No, that's okay. We're in the room with the crossbows.
You are on the north balcony. There are crossbows, about 10 of them on racks up here, yes.
Okay.
There are another 10 crossbows on racks on the balcony across from you. There is also another set of French doors on that side.
I want to disarm these crossbows.
Why? They're going to be used to kill things that we want them to kill.
I thought that they were going to fight us. I thought this was a bad fortress.
Are the crossbows going to stand up on their own and shoot us from where they are mounted on racks?
No, aren't there other aren't there bad guy soldiers somewhere?
I am
No,
Lord
there's no bad
Jarrell the
guys
Light.
here.
Valen's army is not going to shoot me in the ass.
Not with that attitude.
All right.
I was also
Okay.
under the impression that like people could be breaking into this fortress and like
Right,
using
like-
anything.
Right. This is not
Right.
like our
Oh my
guys
God.
coming in are going to have their own bows and arrows. Like, right? They don't need these guys' bows and arrows.
I
If
think
we
that
come
this
to
is
the war without bows and arrows, like that's fucking dumb. It's
the first
that's
rule
like
of war.
That's like War 101. That's
Yeah.
day
But
one.
but
Bring your
extra
own bows and arrows.
Right? Like you can't just count on someone leaving a bunch of armed bow and arrows there for you. That's not how war works.
BYOBAA.
Actually, scratch that because the Taliban, we just left them a whole bunch of shit. So
Oh,
maybe I guess,
Hey.
I guess that is how war works.
This is a
But
fantasy
I don't-
podcast. Let's not get into IRL shit here.
Well, Reagan was really into trickle-down economics and trickle-down warfare. You provide your future enemies with the weapons ahead of time that makes
See?
war way more efficient later on.
So I
Yeah, I
just
think I read
feel,
about
and
that
more
somewhere.
lucrative.
I
Yeah, both
feel like,
Reagan and R. Kelly were into trickle-down stuff.
Okay, you know what?
Oh.
No.
All I wanted to do is disarm some crossbows. That's all I wanted to do.
These
Oh, good.
crossbows.
Good.
Well,
I
now
drop
we're into the
I drop
pee-pee
a bad enough
jokes.
joke and you take yourself back to the plot. This is how it's going
We're
to be.
learning.
These crossbows are specifically for our troops.
How am I supposed to know that? Can I just ask a question? Is that
Because
We
we're
are
in
in-
a friendly fortress.
okay?
Hoblet.
I mean, there's a
If-
lady
if I may.
chasing us, and I guess we're like trying to
She's
open a
not
gate.
She
for
is
chasing
war.
us.
distraught.
The little role mother of your dwarven religion.
She's not chasing us, but if she finds us, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so we
She
just
will
don't let
chase
her
us.
find us and
Yeah, maybe you
hopefully
shouldn't be
reunite
smelling
her.
like other women.
Right, and we also need to reunite her with the spirit of her deceased husband, who now is embodied within Zero, who we need to also bring here through some similar portal opening shenanigans. So
Well, have
just
we tried
leave-
inviting him?
Then, to the fans that were paying attention fully, I guess, and knew what was going on, I'm sorry for my bad idea. And to the fans like me who thought we were in fucking enemy territory doing some shit, you're welcome for pointing out an obvious
I
solution
just-
to a problem that doesn't exist. I guess.
Just never even once did we suggest we were in hostile territory. We
I
are
just felt like we were
trying-
being sneaky and running, and
Yes,
Right.
to not alert the distraught goddess widow who's obviously going through something right now, and we don't want to be in the path of whatever that is. That is the only danger, quote unquote, here. So in fact, it's probably better, and now I'm gonna go my Felix voice, because really honestly I just need to explain this in character. It's better that we leave nothing disturbed so that she doesn't realize that someone's been here and sabotaged her things. You idiot.
Period.
then let's fucking go. There's nothing up here.
So
there's two French wooden doors.
Yep, Hoblet's going through them. If you can't,
Yes, the dwarven
Yep.
French doors. How about you go through them? Do you open the doors first?
oh yeah. We're trying not to leave a trace. So
With this
Oh,
codpiece.
okay, well, I feel like it's good to know.
what the fuck, man?
Hoblet's just mad he didn't understand where we were.
So you're taking it
Was
out
that
on
a
me.
Felix imitation? That was amazing.
You're taking it out on me.
So Hoblet, in his best naked codpiece, not leaving a trace, is gonna gently open the fucking doors.
Sarcastically.
Yes.
Sarcastically open the doors.
Perhaps stick his butt out and whatever.
He has his
Thread
pinky
them.
out.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
He has his lips pursed, pinky out, and he goes, ooh, and opens the door so gently.
He does. And, just cushioning it, he leaves nary a trace, not but one cheek print on the door.
For sure. Careful.
A little smudge on the glass.
Careful, Carol. That's what my friends used to call me.
It's taken us almost 30 minutes IRL to get through 2 rooms. I just want to put
Right.
that out there.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go. If this is
Oh,
your
yeah,
I was
godmother,
saying. And then you had to be like, I want to disarm crossbows.
well, I was gonna do it while you all were fucking around. I wasn't gonna make a big thing out of it. I was gonna go walk and cut a couple strings. Bing, 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 bing. Take 8 seconds. Let's fucking go.
The room you have entered appears to be some sort of staging room of some sort. There's a couple of tables along the back wall, maybe about 15 feet wide, that appear to be weapons workbenches of some sort. Looks
Back wall
like
is
there
the
are.
north wall again.
Yes, it would be the north wall of this room as you've entered. I apologize. There appear to be 2 crossbows on each of those tables that are disassembled and in various states of repair and/or disrepair. There are 3 swords on a rack mounted on the wall in between the 2 tables. On the east wall, there is a door in the middle of the wall. Also, in the southwest corner of this room, there appears to be a spiral staircase that goes up. It appears to be some sort of wrought iron. It's maybe only about 5 feet around. One person can go up at a time.
Now, the room we're in, is it level with us then? There's no below us, right? It's like...
There's no below you in this room, no. It's level with the balcony, which is 20 feet above.
So these stairs going up go above even higher than where we are now.
Yes, they do.
That spiral staircase is like a Pregnart magnet.
Yeah.
I say we go up. But just where were the other doors? I'm sorry, just one more time.
There is a door on the east wall in the center of it. So this room is about 25 feet deep as you entered in the center south there, and 60 feet wide, the same width as the length of the room that you had just exited.
Now, I might be forgetting, but the gate that we're supposed to open is to the east, isn't it?
To the west and
west.
further
I'm
north.
sorry. Okay.
West and north. There's the gate there. There's that magical anvil, right, that was supposed to be able to do a lot of really interesting stuff, including bridging gaps to other realms, which is how we were going to hopefully bring Zero here as well. So
And Kanye West's order is northwest, right?
Oh my god.
And we're trying to go west-north.
Shut up.
Shut up. Just stop.
Go disarm some crossbows, you dummy.
I'm gonna put together the crossbows that are on the bench. Just kidding.
Anyway,
I'm
we
gonna
might
fix
go-
these
we might-
ones.
Right,
Sarcastically. Again,
I hear
pinkies out.
I hear the spiral staircase in the southwest was a bit of a frog bank.
I'm all about it. as well.
Yeah. Pregnart was all over that. He's really just as soon as we got in there and he saw that, he was already over there craning his neck, looking up.
Yep. And that staircase goes maybe about 20 feet up, just high enough to get above the top of this room.
That was in the southwest of the room?
Yes, it's in the southwest of this room.
Okay.
At the top of that, there is a 10-foot wide hallway that goes south about 10, 20, 30, about 40 feet, and it has a spiral staircase going down in the southwest end of that hallway.
That might just go to the other balcony area. Okay. That doesn't help.
Wait, so Pregnart makes it to the top of that and it's just a dark hallway that goes to another spiral staircase?
A dimly lit hallway, but yeah, it's kind of, it's just a way to get over to the other side and whatever might be over there.
Can Pregnart investigate the swords?
Pregnart absolutely can investigate the swords.
Ooh, that's a 17.
A 17. They are 3 dwarven longswords and they are all of excellent workmanship and quality. They are possibly masterworks.
Probably shouldn't take one.
All three are identical.
Well, I guess they got triples. I don't know. Maybe I should take one.
It's like if we're gonna take one, we should take all three, because then they might be like, "Oh, hey, where'd we put those swords down? Oh,
Leave
maybe someone
nothing-
moved them."
Leave
All
nothing
right.
disturbed.
All right.
And they're master swords. Yeah.
Somebody was making some annoying rule about not taking things and stealing and stuff. Whatever.
Masterwork goblet, which means they would be +1 longswords.
They're not used to kill Ganondorf. So
All
they
right,
might kill Ganondorf.
I mean, maybe.
Alright, team. The spiral staircase, it just goes to a stupid hallway to another one. I really want to go down that one, but it seems like a waste of time. Let's go to the east.
I mean, I'm also curious, to be honest with you. It's just that, I don't know if that's going to...
Pregnart hears that, and he goes right up that spiral staircase and over to the other one and looks down it. That's all he needed.
Well, sticking your head down, it strikes you that the first thing you sense is less what you see and more what you smell.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Something has definitely died over here.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Let's
Okay, we
definitely go over there.
We should try to figure out what that is, maybe. All right, what
All
is
right.
it? Let's go.
I
For
go
what
back and
reason?
report. I go back and report that, and are people following back up the spiral staircase and over to
For
the other one?
information. And to see maybe where that room leads. Because you know what? I also haven't seen anything that's going to start leading us west yet.
Outside of the door that left the first room you entered.
Right. So,
Right.
and I have a half a mind to start going back that way if we don't really start finding any sort of path towards our actual destination.
This seems like a good clue.
Yeah, let's check it out. I'll go with Pregnart and just check that out really quick because I also have that super special dark vision, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we're going to look at a dead body, let's go see it.
Yeah. So Felix and Pregnart go through the access hallway to the spiral staircase on the other side.
Uh-huh.
This room is completely dark. But yes, Felix would be able to see through it just fine with dark vision.
I probably could too then, huh?
Devil's Sight.
You possibly could too. Maybe not to the exact range that Felix could, but as this room is only about 60 feet at its longest dimension, that's probably not 100% relevant. What you do see is that there are 7 beds in this room. There are 2 in the southwest, 2 in the southeast, 2 in the northeast, and 1 in the northwest, along with where your spiral staircase is entered. Each of them contains the corpse of a dwarf.
Does one of them
They
have
all-
glasses? One of them's bald. One of them has like a bunch of tissues.
Yeah, one looks tired all the
No.
time.
Does one look
No,
super ornery?
They look pretty
Bad.
dwarfish for the most part, but each of them has a masterwork longsword similar to the ones on the other side, impaled through their chest. They appear to have all been killed in their
Yes.
Jarl would like to do a religion check to see if this was like something murdered them or if this is some weird like dwarven thing.
Well, don't worry about that. I got you, bro. Because I can bring things back to life.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Right. But what I want to know first, 2 things. Because one, I want to apologize to everyone after I do this. Because there's a couple cantrips that I have that aren't attack cantrips that are not written down. And I didn't know that I had them, to be quite honest. That's my bad. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I should have done when we came in, especially for Hedrick, I have a cantrip called Light, which allows me to emit light so people can see things, right?
Cast
Are
it
we
on
still in the...
If you're going to do that for Hedrick, cast it on something that he can cover. So that if we need to cover the light source, right, he can like toss something over it.
I was going to cast it on my codpiece. So I could cover it up
No.
real fast
No.
if I needed to. No,
I'd say
that's
pick
not
a
what-
different-
Howlet, don't worry, man. Nobody wants to look at that. In fact,
You don't have to look
I
at
just
it.
do it with my drumstick.
It emanates 20 feet of light.
Yeah, Hedrick has light as well.
I actually have
Okay.
that. I'm already.
Okay.
I can do all.
So all that being said, I felt bad that our boy's been in the dark.
There's already enough emanating from your codpiece. Thank you.
So yeah, have you guys told us what's down there? Have we all gone down, seen the corpses?
Yeah.
Like where
Yes,
is that where we're
Father.
at?
We've gone back. We've tried to coax everybody up into the other room. Who follows?
Hedrick.
Are you coaxing them with the knowledge of what's over there, or just trying to surprise them?
No, we're coaxing them with the knowledge. And while Berronar does that, he casts mage armor because he's pretty spooked.
Yeah, that's kind of spooky.
It's not the worst idea I've heard.
Before we get all the way down there, I'll say to the team, I actually like Hoblet's idea of speak with dead, because at the very least, if they can't tell us much, they can at least tell us if they lived here or whatever, right? They might know exactly what way we need to go to get to, to get through here. So I'd say let's cautiously approach it. Are there any other doors in this room besides the French doors that I'm assuming are there?
No,
Dave,
there are not.
Okay.
Do I know the name of like the gate or like where are we trying to go?
They had only said the north gate.
I see what you're trying to do.
Okay. Is there so this would be like a crew of dudes. Is there any indication that one of them might have been the leader? Like, is one dressed better than the rest, or maybe in a bed that's a little bit bigger, or has something on the headboard or something like that? Is there any way to determine that one of them might be, in charge?
Well, you're a dwarf, so you would be able to read all of the runes pretty natively.
For sure.
See, Corporal Crag has the one bed on its own near the spiral staircase there, also near the French doors.
Is that a family name that I know?
Kragg, and no, it's not one you're entirely familiar with.
Okay.
I'm going to do a quick thing before we continue our investigation. I'm going to walk to the French doors, crack them open slightly, send Slim through, to perch herself kind of sneakily on the balcony, and just sort of be a lookout. And I'm going to just give her the simple order to essentially, because we can communicate telepathically, right? So just give me a little telepathic screech if she senses any movement.
Okay, that sounds like some solid planning there.
Because that way we can snuff out the light that Hedrick's carrying on his drumstick, and we can just try to make ourselves as silent as possible in case she comes, in case Berronar Trusover comes storming through the bottom room.
Almost like she had before.
Right.
How long dead do these people look?
That's a good
Well,
question.
that's something worth investigating.
I
think that would be probably a medicine check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, medicine away.
20.
20. They've been dead for a little while, long enough that they've been deceased for a bit, and there's been a little bit of decay, but not so long that they still smell. So let's say about 2 weeks, you think.
But these are dead celestials, they died in heaven. So
yes.
So that's
So
a
there's
thing.
a hint of vanilla with the rot and decay.
More just this should be extra spooky because we have dead things, actual dead allies potentially right here.
Got it. Oh, right.
In this layer.
Context
of heaven.
matters.
So theoretically, who could have possibly have gotten in here and out without disturbing?
That or
Yeah.
Berronar Trusover is that distraught that she
Berronar.
can't distinguish friend from foe and literally killed.
And she
her allies
manages
in
to
their sleep.
stab 7 of them
She's
in the dark. I mean, I know
She's a goddess.
she's a goddess, but to her own protectors, Like, what kind of state is she in?
You saw the state that she was in when she threw a fucking table leg through a door.
Well, I understand distraught. I can't say I fully understand dwarves, but
We've been traveling with one for a very long time, and I still don't understand dwarves.
Hoblet, I think this is a place of your expertise. I mean, these are your brethren.
Actually, Hoblet, if you want to cast Speak with Dead, I think that is a fantastic idea right here. Let's do it right on that corporal you mentioned.
Gentlemen, we're going to bring one of these men back to life. See if we can find out some information.
If I remember correctly, it's like 5 questions or something like that, right?
Yes, I can ask. So, Dave, if you're not, do you know the ins and outs here?
I think you should run it by one more time.
Okay.
It's been at least a year of real time since you've done it.
No, he did it.
No.
Verbally abusive demon
skull,
skull. Yeah.
Right.
God, I wish I would have gotten more.
Do these none of them are undead, correct?
They are not undead. They are just dead.
They all still have a mouth. Like the corporal still has, because he has to have a mouth. It specifically says that.
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing wrong outside of some rigor mortis and several weeks of decay is a masterwork dwarven longsword that seems to have sprouted from his chest, hilt first.
Okay.
Hilt first.
And I'm assuming, well, this spell also could not have been cast on them within the last 10 days. So no one else has been through here and cast this spell on these bodies in the last 10 days.
Just do
I
it.
can't answer that for you.
Okay, well, much similar to the way that a televangelist fucking cures the demons out of somebody, Hoblet walks up to the corporal and opens his palm and kind of, I'm gonna like open palms, like give him a little smack on the forehead. Wake up!
His eyes snap open wide, with him showing a mix of panic, fear, and distress. His corpse, just recently and very suddenly roused from being dead, starts to shake violently.
Corporal Crag.
Yes.
My name is Hoblet, the Smasher. My friends and I are coming through to try to assist, and we came upon you and your party deceased here in what appears to be your quarters. Corporal Crag, right? Crag,
yes.
Corporal Crag, what happened here? Dave, just so you know, I didn't finish reading it to you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can, if you think that I'm hostile, you don't have to answer anything, honestly. This is not like the you have to tell me the truth spell.
Which I can use, but I don't feel like we have to in this situation.
Right. And it only animates the spirit. So the body can't really do anything. You can't learn new information, and you can't speculate about future events unless you had concrete knowledge.
The dead person can't learn anything new or speculate.
Right. Oh yeah. We can do all those things, but those are the things that you can't. So like, unless you I guess knew of an imminent something, you can't say like maybe or whatever. Your answers can be brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and you're under no compulsion to answer truthfully. But mostly you would only do that if you're recognizing me as an enemy.
Yeah, so really the first question was, what happened here?
What happened here?
She came to us in her dreams. She was distraught. She wanted to know where he was. I don't know who he is. She wanted to know. We couldn't tell her. We can't tell her what we don't know. We don't even know who. She was our protector. She's the mother of safety. She's supposed to. She killed us.
I'm sorry, she killed them in their dreams? That's fucked.
She's the Freddy Krueger of Dwarven Heaven.
So maybe, and I'm just gonna look at Hedrick and be like, this maybe is starting to paint the picture of the level of state, maybe the state that she is, this Berronar is in now. FYI, if you're listening, that's what we're dealing with.
And you can see him just nodding to like a obscene amount.
I'm gonna be tapping Hobbit. Ask them how we get to the the Great Forge and to like the North Gate.
Corporal, that's a tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. But my friends and I are looking to advance the cause. We need to find the North Gate. Could you guide me?
The North. I can't leave here. But you need to. The gates are all on the western wall. The western wall. We defended the western wall. What did we? She killed us. Why? But the North Gate. It's north along the wall. You get to the west, and then to the north, or go to the north and then get to the west. That's where the gate is. It's north of here and to the west. Maybe get out of the kill room, out through the foyer. That's a good place. There's God. Why?
Okay, all right, that's good. So we probably should have gone west to begin with, but man, this sucks. Okay.
Oh, there.
Well,
Why? Some other things that I wrote down. Well, I guess I can't really do this now, can I? Because if I ask a question, he's gonna fucking answer it.
go. Whatever, you got the questions, go.
We have 3 more, right?
Yeah. Are there any other friendlies located in the building that we might be able to team up with and ask for help?
I don't know. There's another gate. There's another garrison, like us at the north of the quarters. Oh my God! If she went, my goddess herself, she went through.
The goddess would have gone through.
She
Is that the last thing?
She went through. Yeah.
She went through their dreams. She didn't.
But if she obviously killed these guys in this room, she may have killed those guys as well in the other garrison.
That's the.
I mean, maybe she killed them in real life here too, but they weren't awake enough to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So. I actually.
Other question I have is irrelevant because I'm asking him to speculate on something, so I can't ask it.
Well, I actually maybe have a question you can ask him before we put him back to rest here.
Gentlemen, we have 2 more questions. Does anyone have anything to ask?
I'd like to see maybe if
Anyone at all?
I'd like to
Anyone.
see.
Does anyone have any questions they would like to ask?
Down here, bud.
Oh, yes, Felix. What?
Ask him if he knows if anyone can operate the Great Anvil, or if there's something special we need to do to make it work.
Corporal, is there anyone left who can operate the Great Anvil? Or do we need anything special to make it work?
There may be troops. There may be troops in the actual garrison past. We were the Reverend Mother's home guard. past the home, past the quarters. There may be other dwarves past there. That's where the anvil is. Moradin, she clarity. She wouldn't let him keep his workshop in the house. It had to be so much escapes. I'm sorry.
That's helpful. I don't have any other questions, so if we want to just let this guy, actually rest, final rest here, I'm good.
Corporal, one final thing, brother.
So,
Thank you for your help. Is there anything that I can do to repay you? Any debts that I can settle for you here in life on my future quests?
Not even life. I don't. He just keeps stuttering and blinking off into the distance, clearly traumatized.
I was trying to help my brother out.
Until eventually his spirit literally just, goes back to rest.
If he's not doing anything, I can actually release him. So I'm going to give him another. Be gone!
Pop on the head.
Right on the
Just
forehead.
And he flops down.
final trauma.
So
Well, that's rough.
here's a fun fact. I've got 37 level 3 spells. So do we want to bring another one of these guys back to life? Or
Well, you don't have
not
37 you can cast, but
No, but I've got enough that I can
I
do this
think
again
that-
if we feel like we want to, but
I think the rest of these guys will probably know just as much as this one does. Let's not
so
waste any more time here.
and everyone could hear him. I'm assuming I don't have to relay any of this information.
Yeah, I don't think it's telepathic.
Right.
But he's probably speaking Dwarvish.
All right, I'm gonna put a finger up real quick, and I'm gonna shift to slim senses and just kind of peer around that kill box room, right, just to make sure that it's still quiet.
Nothing there to your knowledge.
Okay. Well, I think we have to go back to where we started and start heading
Agreed.
west.
It sounds like
Okay.
west first, and then climb to the north. Hopefully,
We don't want to check the other barracks to see if they killed those guys too.
Well, what I'm finding curious is that there's also no way down from here. We haven't found that at all yet. There's only
going up,
one
yeah.
other door up here, and that was in the other side of the northern balcony room that opened up. There's one door in there.
Yeah, it feels like we're in a tower. I was gonna say a while ago, has anyone seen this building from the outside?
It's huge.
it was
There was
it
a
was
gigantic. There was a massive drawbridge coming down, and it's built into a fucking mountain.
So no,
So,
we don't
it's
have
huge.
an idea of the layout. We've
No,
not.
it's massive.
But
Well, you know what, Dave?
gates can be anywhere. Gates
You
can be
suck.
subterranean or up towards the top.
Hmm.
No, Dave doesn't suck. He's just trying to create a actual story, and we're just here bumblefucking around his fortress.
Hey,
As is tradition.
we got plot tonight.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I'm really happy. You're casting those spells that we haven't had. We have not had anything like that available to us.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are in this room or possibly milling around on the balcony on the south end of that, I guess, funnel room there.
I don't want to have to rope ourselves down because it's going to be a lot harder to bring the rope down with us. I'd like to find a natural way down. Right, again, leave nothing disturbed. We don't need any distraught. God is killing us in our sleep, so... Oh, Quinn, you have something?
Well, hold on. No, but I was thinking about the Cat's Grace stuff that I put on people.
Because we could drop without
really
fall
quick.
damage, right?
I think so.
That would be if we had someone had feather fall.
I mean, it's
Or
20
I could-
feet up.
I could,
Right.
polymorph.
Wait, hold
That
on. So
hurts.
Cat's Grace, the target has advantage on dex checks, also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it isn't incapacitated.
Super tight.
all three of them can jump. So we can use the rope to get down, and then somebody can just jump down afterward.
Okay, I love that plan. So yeah, let's Hedrick tie the rope down. You, Quinn, and Pregnart climb down, and then I'll untie the rope. I'll bring it down to you, and the rest of us will jump down.
Well, Jarrell, yeah, definitely needs that grace.
He already has it. So
Well,
me, Jarrell,
time out.
and Hoblet have it.
Only one person has to actually jump down.
Yeah, but it's fun if we all jump down.
Why wouldn't I jump down?
Yeah,
I can-
this
I've
is how
literally
it's
never
gonna.
been able to
We're
do this
literally
before.
Okay, whatever.
the only obstacle in our path that we all need to jump off dramatically, like in a freeze frame.
3 of us do.
Well,
Well, and actually, we can't jump off because it's 20 feet up, so we have to hang down. And then if you jump, that's more than 20 feet, and you're
Just go to the other side of the railing of the balcony and then lower yourself and then jump. Yeah, let go.
Wait, I take absolutely no damage. No chance of taking damage at all from this fall.
Money or less.
It says, yeah.
Hoblet's gonna stand there and fall like a tree. Just like a log off.
And it's
Holy
the
flop.
weirdest landing because you just land on your back with a thud.
It's a greasy thud too.
It's just a very. There's not even a bounce. There's no resonate. There's just boom.
Like you
Throwing a pickle at a window.
were a cat with buttered toast on your back.
What?
And
You guys never
yeah.
played pickle races? Hold on.
No.
what
It's
movie
getting
is that?
better. It's getting
Take the
better.
pickle off your hamburger. Everyone throws it at the window, and you either
So,
see who's
Wayne's
going
World.
down. Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Right. No one's ever done this in real life.
No, because I
No.
like pickles.
No, yeah, because they're delicious. Why would you
I
throw
love
them?
pickles.
And I'm a good person.
We're
eat
all
pickles.
pickle eaters here.
Okay.
Let's
Throw
stop
nuts
pickle
in there.
shaming James.
I mean, McDonald's pickles are different from like a pickle at a deli. Yes.
And someone's got to clean that up, James.
Hey, I'm not an asshole. It's a streak of ketchup. You just wipe it up with a fucking napkin. I'm not a horrible person. I understand the plight of the fast food worker.
Whatever. Let's bring this back in so we can get this one back to the garage with most of the wheels on it still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll let the 3 of them climb down, then I'll untie the rope.
Okay,
And then-
just for my records or my personal interest or for audience clarification, who are the 3 who are climbing down?
Pregnant.
And
Quinn.
Pregnart, Quinn, and
Hedrick.
Hoblet.
Hedrick.
Yeah,
Jump.
Hedrick.
I can jump this shit.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna bother.
Okay, so Pregnart and Quinn climb down. Hedrick, you're going to jump down on your own power?
Yeah.
Okay. You can just safe fall that, or do you have some sort of check you're going to make?
I take half damage from falling.
Okay. 20 feet is
2d6.
2d6.
2d6. Yeah, it's a d6.
I would at least be able to make a check to tumble my way out of this acrobatically. I mean,
Sure.
I can parkour my way over the railing, lower myself to the floor level, and then just drop and push off the wall and roll it out. Like no big deal.
That's fine then. Make me an
Instead of
acrobatics
just
check
climbing a rope.
to get out of this. Otherwise, take half fall
Come
damage.
on, Nat 1.
Well, I still get a 17.
You get to add plus
Yeah.
4 from Jarrell too.
Sure,
Oh,
a
yeah.
17 would have done the job.
No,
but
that would
add
be
your
for a
plus
saving
4,
throw.
you didn't-
Oh, I thought it was.
All right, well, take your 17. You still passed the thing. You're not taking any damage. Everybody gets down with no damage taken. That was not difficult, folks.
Yeah.
So,
We just made it difficult.
yeah, I know. I was just trying to pull this last scene in here. Maybe as an exercise for myself. I don't know.
Wait, Pregnart slid down the rope.
There we have it. And since I can't top that sound effect, that's where I'm going to end this episode. Guys, if you like us, we can be found on the internet. We're in such places as Reddit/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. If you search for Hapless Heroes Podcast on Facebook, you'll find us there. At Hapless Heroes on both Twitter and the Gram. Those are also good social media links for us, and all of those take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where we can be found and interacted with on a daily basis, because some of us just sort of live on the internet like that. And while you're there, we've got a variety of channels where we discuss D&D and non-D&D related things. We'd love it if you would come and join us and be part of our ever-growing community. If you really like us, though, you can leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. If your podcast service or the way of listening to the Hapless Heroes allows you to leave a review, please do. If for some reason that does not, and you've taken those earlier directions and found your way onto our Discord, we have a channel there called 5 Stars where you can leave us a review. Regardless of which place you leave it, we will read it on air should we find it and recognize you as the 5-star person that you are. If you really, really like us, though, you could donate to our Patreon. Patreon.com/ where's that tab? There it is. Patreon.com/Hapless Heroes, where we have a variety of membership levels that you could support the podcast with. And you can read all about what those things are there, and that will tell you in a much more concise and comprehensive manner than I could. But what I can tell you is that those donations have kept our podcast going. They have upgraded our equipment. They have paid our hosting costs. They've kept us producing this sort of quality content for years, and it's going to keep us producing quality content for years to come. So thank you very much to those who have been and become and continue to be patrons of the podcast.
We love you.
And if you like us, right now you like us, Sally Field and the whole deal, kill a bunch of pigeons and chop all their little feet off and attach them to little cherry tomatoes and send them marching on little roller skates down a hill and to Oprah's house.
What?
You just feed off the confused expressions, don't you?
No, I don't know.
Those great in a very avant-garde and please don't actually do this to the birds kind of way.
No, you can do it to pigeons. Pigeons are worthless. They're fine. You can chop their little feet off.
It really does feel like week after week, it's rolling the random, and you are trying to stack random on top of random on top of random. And I mean, the fact that you assume there's a downhill slope to Oprah's house
the real
is
crux
quite
of this.
presumptuous. Yeah,
That's the real crux of this.
You could drop them out of a helicopter.
slope. Is there a slope to Oprah's house? And will that slope sustain like the sort of like ball bearings that could even like fit into roller skates that would fit onto pigeons' feet?
the skates are gonna doing all. The skates are doing.
I
all
guess
the
we'll
work.
find
Those
out
cherry
if anyone-
tomatoes are not doing
Yeah,
it.
we'll find out
like that.
someday. Never. We're gonna outro us from this disaster here, starting from my left with Hoblet the Smasher, played by James.
I talked to a dead guy tonight.
To his left, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
I apparently did help somehow.
To his left, we have Pregnart, played by Zach.
I smelled it.
To his left, we have Hedrick, the Entertainer, played by Phil.
The West is the best.
To his left, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
And to his left, we have the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesca.
It's time for a new plan.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on the Hapless Heroes. We will see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You're welcome, Oprah.
Mike Tyson wants to know your location.